streaming ini ya. Welcome back bro-broku. Ini kita streaming lagi ini. Streaming Hogwarts ini. Hogwarts Legacy ini. Kalau yang baru-baru bergabung ini ya, guys, langsung aja ini main. Ini disuruh apa nih? Introduce yourself, Imelda. Oke.
Well, I suppose.
Ini
No. Can I help you? Oh, you're the new 5th year. I'm Sebastian Sallow. Welcome to Slytherin.
Thank you.
Not everyone has a ministry escort to school.
He was a friend of Professor Fig's who merely joined us for the ride.
Still, impressive. Dreadful way to go, poor fellow. Glad you and Fig are all right.
It was dreadful, certainly, but quite an experience nonetheless.
Interesting perspective. How did you and Fig manage to escape?
It's all still a bit of a blur, to be honest.
Didn't mean to press. You just get yourself settled. We can talk more later.
Sambil belajar bahasa Inggris ini. Ngap. Bisa tanya sih buku apa yang dia baca.
What book were you reading?
A spell book I picked up. Has a few interesting things, but not exactly what I was looking for. I'm sure you'll find out soon enough. But not every spell you may need can be found in our assigned textbooks.
Are you saying some spells aren't taught at Hogwarts? Which ones?
Seems I may have met a kindred spirit. That is a conversation for another time. It was good meeting you. Good luck today.
Might want to think that again. Ugh, not going to move there, are you?
Here, watch this.
Don't say I didn't warn you. Checkmate. Told you. You should have listened to me.
Ah, I know who you are. You're the new Slytherin, the one who barged in with Professor Fig last night. Interesting tactic on your first day, taking all the attention away from the first years.
I'm Imelda, by the way. Shame I wasn't with you in Fig. I could have lured that dragon away.
My skills on a broom are legendary.
Kanjul ini lobet ini bro.
Perhaps Professor Fig's friend would have survived if we'd had your help.
Precisely. Perhaps one of these days I'll show you a thing or two about flying.
I can teach you more than Kagawa ever could.
Speaking of which, I'd like to get in some time on my broom before classes.
Are you a keen Wizard Chess fan? You knew that boy was going to lose the match.
Not really.
Much too sedate a pastime for me. Also, it's simply not that challenging. The moves are always so obvious. Why does no one else see it?
Do you have a lot of time to fly during school?
I make the time. There's nothing like swerving through the spires of the castle and around the Quidditch pitch to clear the mind.
Are you a keen Wizard chess fan?
Also, it's
Goodbye, Imelda.
nice meeting you.
Oh, skipnya spas. Yes.
I think I heard one. Doubt mermaids find us that interesting. Ah, based on all the chatter when you entered the common room, I'm guessing you're the new 5th year. I'm Ominous. Ominous Gaunt.
Nice to meet you, Ominous.
Well, you certainly had a memorable arrival.
I'd much rather have arrived on time and without a dragon attack en route.
I'm sure. How horrible. I can only imagine. Well, it's good to have you in Slytherin. Do let me know if I can be of any help as you navigate your first days here.
Were you expecting to be sorted into Slytherin?
Most certainly. My family on my father's side are direct descendants of Salazar Slytherin, one of the 4 founders of Hogwarts. Not something I'm especially proud of, mind you. He was obsessed with blood status, a pure-blood maniac. Unfortunately, most of his descendants do not fall.
Did that student say he thought he heard a mermaid?
It is fun.
Thank you, Ominous. Very nice to meet you.
Pleasure was all mine. Don't be a stranger.
Is the new 5th year Slytherin in here? Professor Weasley's waiting for you just by the stairs.
Naik dulu ini guys. Naik. Wih.
Good morning. I trust you're ready for your first day at Hogwarts?
I've been dreaming of this day for a long time. Can't believe I'm here.
Well, you are here. Make the most of it. You only have one first day at Hogwarts. Now, in light of your unique situation, joining us as a 5th year, you'll need to catch up with your classmates and not fall behind. Especially...
OWLs? Owls?
Yes, your ordinary wizarding leveling. After much discussion with the headmaster and the Department of Magical Education at the Ministry, we've devised something extraordinary to ensure your success.
Success. Alright. Dikasih buku guys.
Here you are.
Aduh, ini kepaduan pasti ini.
What is it?
It is a wizard's field guide. It will help you to keep track of what you are learning so that you master all that's expected of a 5th year. You would be wise to take full advantage of this exceptionally valuable resource.
Thank you, Professor, but what do you mean it will keep track of what I'm learning?
Walk with me and we shall put it...
Udahlah, janganlah ngebaca
This way. I certainly would have appreciated something like the field guide when I was a student. Using the guide will also train you to be alert to your surroundings. The guide will give you opportunities to practice your magic and educate yourself about wizarding lore. Do keep up! Why don't you cast Revelio on that statue and see what details the field guide can provide?
Revelio.
Control. Ini kan lampu ini utility. Operate utility. Anjir. Oke. Ya kita bisa.
Clever, isn't it? Keep your eyes open for more opportunities like that,
Sihir.
inside and outside of the castle.
Hello, mate. Gelo, bro. Woi, udah sama gak sih ini? Enggak. Sorry bang. Marah bang. Sabar ya. Itu mungkin ada suara aja. Sorry ya guys. Respect dulu.
Revelio.
Good timing. Perfect opportunity to show you how to use flue flames to get around a bit quicker. Your field guide contains a map of the castle. Open it up and find Central Hall.
And find Central Hall. Anjing. Gelo gini anjoy. Susah ya. Cabin di sini. Central. Apa ya? Disuruh apa? Senate bukan ini anjing. Enggak sih? Enggak perlu gak sih itu? Oh my god, shit meh. Ini kayak teleportasi mungkin ya. Udah paham dah. Kayaknya. Suruh game ini lumayan tapi kebanyakan.
And here we are. Quite the time saver. These stairs lead directly to Central Hall.
Protego.
I adore the hustle and bustle of Central Hall.
You can get almost anywhere in the castle quickly from Central Hall.
Lumos.
Always something happening here. It's the heart of the hive. Our King's Cross station, so to speak.
Slytherin. Ini nggak tahu nih asrama apa ini.
That should be all for now. You'll be expected to attend both Charms and Defense Against the Dark Arts classes today. And I'd like to be sure you get to Hogsmeade as soon as possible to replace the supplies you lost on the way here.
Kita tanya
You mentioned Hogsmeade, Professor.
Hogsmeade is the only all-wizarding village in Britain and is home to an array of shops and pubs. You should be able to find all of the school supplies you require in Hogsmeade. You will also, I imagine, enjoy many a butterbeer there with friends in due course.
What will I learn in Charms class?
Exactly what you might expect. I think you...
Can you tell me more about the Defense Against the Dark Arts class?
Defense Against the Dark Arts, as the name implies, focuses on how to defend oneself against the evils that lurk beyond these walls. A mastery of Defense Against the Dark Arts is required for those who aspire to become or. Fortunately, we are lucky to have the
Thank you, Professor Weasley.
A lot to absorb on your first day, and you have much to learn. Happily, your professors have agreed to create additional assignments for you outside of class. You'll be up to speed in no time. Judging by your adept use of Revelio earlier,
He did, Professor.
he's been terribly vague as to the events preceding your arrival, specifically about what happened after that awful dragon attack. My suspicion is that there's more to the story than a search for belongings and an extended trip up to the castle.
We did take a bit of a detour on the way here. Ended up exploring some ruins and... I shouldn't say more.
Exploring ruins? Well, I presume Professor Fig has his reasons for keeping the details to himself for now. Speak of the devil, Professor Fig. Your ears must have been burning.
Oh?
Yes. You seem to have provided our new fifth year with a solid foundation in the basics of spellcasting.
Ah, I'm afraid I can't take all the credit there, Professor. They've a rare aptitude for magic, it seems.
Well, I'm just glad you both arrived in one piece. Perfectly good boats and carriages to Hogwarts, and you chose to fly in the path of a dragon.
I wouldn't say I chose the dragon's path, Professor. Rather unfortunately, it would seem that it chose us.
Very well. Enough chit-chat. I need to get to class myself. Might I rely on you, Professor Fig, to explain the details of the field guide's map?
Of course.
Thank you.
Kayaknya bisa translate Indo gak sih?
Good luck today. And remember to use your field guide. It will be invaluable to you. And invaluable to me, as I'll be using it to keep up to date on your progress.
Yes, Professor.
Come and find me in my classroom after you've attended both classes today, and I'll explain more about those assignments I mentioned. And we'll see if we can't get you to Hogsmeade for those supplies.
Kita coba. Lagi ini Fik
It's
mau
good to see
bicara
you,
apa
Professor.
sih Fik ini?
And you.
Udahlah. Mau perang ini,
Yes,
perang
sir.
aja perang.
But I didn't tell her anything else about her travels here. I will say,
Yes, well, Professor Weasley is a brilliant and astute witch. We don't know where this path we've embarked upon will, and she may feel obliged to share details with the headmaster that would be better left between us.
understood, Professor.
Understood,
Good.
Professor. Good.
Now,
No,
as capable as you are,
I
I believe the ability
you
you possess obliges you to be well trained. Happily, you have the benefit of an exceptionally skilled team of witches and wizards to guide you. Speaking of guides, why don't I show you the clever enchantment we included in the field guide's map? Unfold it and have a look.
Kebanyakan cincong anjing. Santai kali. This respond main quest. Complete main quest will boost the story, unlock new features and gain XP. Berarti kita main teks dulu. Nggak ada juga sih main teks ini.
The map is enchanted to help you find your way.
Iya, gua tahu.
Now,
anjing.
you'll enjoy
Udahlah.
Mr. Ollivander. He's an exceptional craftsman and a good friend.
Ollivander?
I shall reach out when I have more information about our
Kayu gak sih?
mysterious locket.
Tongkat
For now, focus on your classes and pay attention. More than your owls may hinge on the magic you are able to master within these walls.
My side of it.
You can't imagine how inconvenient travel was before I invented flu powder.
Nggak bisa ngomong anjing.
That was it.
Sorry guys.
Revelio. Revelio.
Keluar gimana? Buka pintunya goblok.
Protego. Revelio.
Awful when they ask you a question, though, isn't it? Grubby little faces. I'll just die.
Revelio.
Why do students always run when Daisy wants to have some fun?
Sorry bro. Lanjut aja ya, langsung quest-questnya aja ya.
Protego. Revelio.
Ada yang ini. Misi apakah ini? Belajar apakah hari ini? Wah, anjing ada.
Is that all you've got?
Levioso!
Professor Hecat!
Perhaps you'd be good enough to blast each other to pieces on your own time. I get new students every year, but I only have one Hebridean black skull.
Bro, Levioso itu udah gampang di gua mah.
Levioso.
Levioso. Levioso. Apa lagi nih?
Now, let's try something a little larger.
Oh, penyihir guys. Penyihir guys. Disuruh apa kita ini?
Let us begin with the basic cast. See how the dummy deflected your cast? This time, cast Levioso first, then the basic cast. Remember? So, now the basic cast. Well done. Very good, but the best way to practice is by dueling. We'll start with you two. Duelists, take your marks.
Time for a proper Hogwarts level.
Now, I want a fair duel, using only Levioso, basic cast, and Protego. You may begin.
Sabar dong.
Levioso. This should be easy.
Wah, anjing.
How perceptive. Thank you. What are you doing up there? Protego. Levioso. Lucky.
Nothing lucky about it.
Levioso.
Mampus
We
lu.
executed Levioso.
I know.
Tolol anjing.
Not bad for a beginner.
Lu
You
beginner.
give as good
ngentot.
as you get.
Lu beginner ngentot. Intro easy anjing.
I put you on the spot, and you rose to the challenge. Points to Slytherin.
Thank you, Professor Hecat. Glad to have the opportunity to practice.
If what I've seen today is any indication, we can expect great things from you. A classroom duel is one thing, but battling dark wizards, or as ever more likely, goblins, is a different kettle of Grindylows entirely.
Grindylow.
Understood, Professor.
So, again, well done today. I shall reach out soon with additional assignments.
Udah lah. Gua capek ini.
All right, that's enough spectacle for one day. Class is dismissed.
Oh, I'm not much for dueling. I prefer to keep them.
Always thought Levioso was for first years. Not anymore.
If you know the
I'd hate to face Professor Hecat in a duel.
Levioso. Nice work.
I enjoyed that.
Well, that duel was quite something. Everyone will be talking about it.
It was certainly good practice.
Practice? Felt more like I was dueling an expert. Didn't expect a new student to be so deft with a wand. Then again, perhaps this wasn't your first duel.
In fact, it was. Perhaps I have a knack for it.
Be coy if you like, but I know better. Magic requires intention and talent.
Okay,
You know,
saya bertalenta.
you might be a perfect fit for a certain exclusive, unsanctioned dueling organization.
Exclusive and unsanctioned. Count me in.
Excellent. knew I was right about you. Whether it's joining a secret dueling club or sneaking into the restricted section of the library, you just have to be clever enough not to get caught.
Thank you, Sebastian. I'll keep that in mind.
Good. Pleasure chatting with you. I'm sure I'll see you soon. Perhaps somewhere unsanctioned? We'll see if your performance today was sheer luck or actual skill. Look for Luke and Brattleby near the clock tower entrance, if you're interested. Till next time.
Coba kita kayak nggak ada tapi coba enggak sih.
You drilled Sebastian. He's strong competition. Well done.
Gue cantinya. Enggak, tapi bohong.
Protego! Revelio!
Terbang nggak bisa nih, terbang ini, broku. What up, bro? Siapa ini berteriak-teriak ini? Anjing ini. Teori elus-elus kah? Teori elus-elus kali kah? Tapi langsung merebutan. Lah ya? Crash gini guys. Kan nge-crash anjing. Gak kuat ini cowok. Astaga. Masalahnya gua nggak save bangsat. Masa gua ngobrol ulang. Aduh, ada yang main cowok. Mana yang main? Hilang anjing goblok ini hopper sebentar sini tiba-tiba harusnya tadi ya. Kelanjut sih. Harusnya. Kita lihat aja ya. Kita lanjutkan Amanda ya. Perkara ngelus kucing ini kan nggak keras deh. Clever ini.
Revelio. 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 Levioso.
Itu bisa ini ya langsung sendiri ya kan?
Levioso. Revelio.
Anjir si goblok.
Levioso.
Nyentot ini peti-peti anjing ini, peti nyentot.
Revelio.
Professor Ronan tends to go on.
Belajar. Skip aja.
Accio.
That is not bad. You are a swift learner.
Jelas dong, Akio itu gua tahu dong. Apa sih? Perkara gitu doang guys. Lu nggak tahu guys. Malas anjing.
Very simply, cast Accio on one of the spheres and relinquish. Excellent. Happens to the best of us. Now, think of this like gobstones, if you will. But instead of throwing the marbles out, you ask. Very good. That's it.
Gua tahu anjing. Mana ada gua skip tadi.
Very good. Points to Slytherin. But there's certainly no sport in playing without some friendly competition. Miss Onai, would you care to come on up?
Gua tadi nggak gara-gara nonton.
You'll be the blues just as before, and Miss Onai, you are playing red. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Here we go. Yes!
50 anjing.
Accio.
50 juga dong. Apa sih lu?
Splendid.
Bisa.
Curang anjing.
go.
Mampus lu. Gua ini.
Brilliant. Watch this.
Oke.
Phew.
Itu kayaknya taruh di sini.
Accio. A perfect score.
Yes, of
Remarkable.
course, bro. Lu cupu lu. Haha. Kayak gini doang anjing.
Let us make this a bit more interesting, shall we?
I think we are well past interesting at this point.
Coba dulu lu.
I'll say.
Enough chatter. Focus now. You will need it. This round
Bangsat lu.
settles it all.
Peluru lu.
Here we go.
Nggak paham lagi.
That is how it's done.
Accio.
Wah anjing.
Stay focused.
Kalian. Anjing kekalahan kan.
Very good.
Let us see this. Phew.
Accio.
Gue kira bisa 2 kali anjing.
Very good, both of you. Well done.
Ya, gak terima kekalahan lah. Terlalu jauh nggak bahaya anjing. Harusnya menang cowok. Bisa nggak itu diulang lagi, dosen. Guru, teacher.
Class is dismissed. Gather your things on the way out.
Well done back there. You took the loss in stride. Didn't want to go too easy on you. Took me weeks
Sakit anjing.
That's good to hear. It's a lot.
to put it lightly. I remember how I felt. I transferred. Before I knew it, we had left Uganda and were halfway around the world at a new school in a new country.
Well, it's been nice talking and competing with you.
And with you. I think Professor... Until next time.
Of course.
A word, if you would.
You wanted to speak with me, Professor?
I did. I trust your first charms lesson lived up to expectation?
Well, an outdoor competition wasn't exactly the lesson I was expecting, sir.
What charm is there in the expected? Miss Onai is a talented witch. Take it in stride. One of...
Of course, Professor. It was a challenging match.
Miss Onai is always a fierce competitor, though I sense that she is a bit distracted of late. Now, Professor Weasley, expect to hear from me soon regarding a special assignment that I am
Hello there. You're the new student, aren't you?
I tried to fruit them. And then the werewolves joined the goblins in the uprising.
Werewolves, where were you? In the Goblin Rebellion of 1752.
And by the end of it, the Minister for Magic was Albert Boot.
Oh, well, I won't say my goodbyes. I shall cheer for the boy who says you're telling
I'm
lies.
not telling lies, Peeves. It was Albert Boot.
No, it wasn't. It was Basil Flat.
Ooh, fight! It's a bold attack. Was the Minister
What was
of Boot
that
or the
for?
Minister of Flat?
Stop it, Peeves. You'll get us in trouble.
In trouble you will be, but you can't get Peeves a smack. She says it's a boo, and he says it's a flat.
Peeves, enough. You'll get us all detention. And you're both wrong anyway. It was Hephaestus Gore.
It wasn't boots and it wasn't flack, but you're all in trouble with Professor Black.
Apa sih? Oh. Aku paham, sumpah ini agak goblok, rada goblok anjing.
Revelio.
My family has been sorted into Ravenclaw for generations. Bit of a bookish lot, one might say.
Kucing lagi guys, hari-hari ngucing ini.
I think I'll miss you.
Really?
I shan't miss you.
Good
Revelio.
work out, dueling Sebastian.
Leviosa.
Revelio.
Quartz gede juga anjing, mau quartz nih. Cok. Gua nggak tahu. Jalan ini anjing, quartz gede banget ini, bro. Oh, bisa, Cok. Quartz kan lain, terus room tuh apa ya, tur inilah.
Never a dull moment when I
Revelio. Accio.
Leviosa.
Revelio.
Bisa nggak bisa dilihat, Cok. Kenceng sini.
in front of the fire in the common room later, after Sharp's last class. I earned it.
I'd be glad if they
Weasley.
What about the room, Professor?
I was thinking the same thing, Deke. Perhaps you could help.
Oh, excuse, Deke.
Ah, there you are. I trust your first classes went well? I heard as much from Professors Hecat and Ronan. Seems Professor Fig taught you quite a bit during your brief detour near... what was it you said? I'd wager there's a good deal more to your travels here than what you've told me. Isn't there?
Have you and Professor Fig not discussed my training? That's correct, Professor.
I see. Like trying to get a sonnet from a streamer. Regardless, you must... In that regard...
Ask you, Professor has done well progress with some methods.
I'm not sure I have time for extra assignments, Professor.
In fact, Professor Ronan will meet you outside momentarily. Now, regarding the trip to Hogsmeade I mentioned earlier, we've arranged to replace the supplies lost on your way here, including seeds, potion recipes, and spellcrafts.
Thank you, Professor.
And Mr. Ollivander will connect you with the perfect wand. You've managed your classes well with a borrowed wand, but you'll find the magic you cast with your own wand to be far superior.
I'm eager to get to Hogsmeade.
Very well. I'd like perhaps Sebastian Sallow or Natsai Onai. I've noticed you spending time with them.
I'd like to go with Sebastian.
Glad to hear it. Mr. Sallow is a capable young wizard, and he knows the area. He'll keep you well clear of any of Victor...
Rookwood?
Once you've finished Professor Ronan's assignment, your friend, no time to waste.
Revelio. Revelio.
Ah, there you are.
You have a new spell to teach me, Professor.
Indeed I do. Fixes things right up, makes a broken object good as new in the blink of an eye.
It seems as if that might come in handy.
More frequently than one would imagine. As Professor Weasley mentioned, I am not the only one who will be teaching you spells outside of class in an effort to catch... A number of your professors have agreed to do so as well, but first, each shall ask that you complete a few preliminary tasks to hone your magic. I have arranged some for today. See them through and then report back to me. We will...
Why must I first complete tasks to learn?
No lesson or lecture can compare to first-hand experience, and these tasks should provide you with just that. Such experience is invaluable when mastering any new bit of magic.
Oke, kita langsung saja keluar, guys.
I'll start on the task right away, Professor. This is the right area. Wonder where the flying page is.
Revelio. Levioso.
Revelio.
Karena kan di sini udah clear ini
Levioso.
Got it.
harus itu ya, lincah-lincah gitu ya.
A flying page must be around here somewhere.
Levioso.
Accio. Brilliant.
If only a predicament.
I trust the preliminary tasks weren't too much trouble.
Revelio. I completed the assignments, Professor.
Marvelous. You clearly know your way around basic charms. Let us give the old mending charm a try then, shall we?
Kapan ini tempur-tempur
Yes, sir.
kita nih?
Remember, your wand is a conduit of your magic. That's it. Very good. If you would like to practice mending something, have a go with that broken statue in the alcove by the water. It allegedly symbolized heartbreak.
Revelio.
Guilty lover thought it too accurate and lashed out.
Levioso. Reparo. Accio.
I still can't manage to transfigure a match into a needle without catching it on fire.
Do you think it's painful to be in a half-transfigured state? Treacle tart for a big pie.
Revelio.
Oh dear, I shall get in trouble for this.
Wonder what could Gowan
Do you think they actually bring in
Levioso.
the dark arts?
Reparo.
Say,
Revelio.
If you had the class I
How nice to see you, my young friend.
Oh, I think I'd...
Revelio.
I have a sharp eye. No. Madam...
Revelio.
Short flying.
wish I could have had my own spin watching.
Broomsticks are so...
Well, fancy meeting you here.
Sekarang sama dulu ya guys ya. Gua ambil
Revelio. Accio. Reparo.
Ngentut ini harta karunanya.
Revelio.
Juga sih gitu.
Revelio.
My little sisters will be so happy to see you.
Levioso. Reparo. Accio.
Carrying my books, he
Lumos.
Oh, charming, I thought.
My medicine's the foulest owl.
Protego. Hello, Sebastian.
Ah, my new charge. I'm told you're in dire need of supplies, and Is this your first foray into the village?
It is. I haven't left the castle since I arrived.
Well, I shall endeavor to be the very best of guides, then. Hogsmeade's a charming little place. Self-contained, too. We should be able to find you everything that you need. Shall we?
Udahlah, jangan. Setan anjing tadi di belakang, Cok. Jangan keluar dulu enggak sih? Setan tadi di belakang gua anjing. Better lah ya sebenarnya. Kalau yang suka game store pasti suka.
I was glad Professor Weasley asked me to join you today.
As am I. Thank you, by the way.
Professor Black.
Of course. You're the only one who's ever bested me in a duel. The way I see it, I'd be wise to keep an eye on you.
Damn.
Speaking of Weasley, she seems to have taken quite a shine to you.
Has she? That's nice to hear.
I'm still surprised that a professor would entrust me with anything, given my detention record.
Spend a lot of time in detention, do you?
Udah sampai sini dulu.
Just enough to keep me well-rounded.
Live streaming. Nanti kelanjutannya gue nggak tahu apakah ini.
Speaking of detention, this trip to Hogsmeade might have saved me from one.
Glad I could be of service.
Madam Scribner, the librarian, was on the hunt for me, as is often the case. Professor Weasley came to retrieve me, and I was able to convince old Scribner that I had somewhere to be.
Besok lagi kita lanjut lagi guys ya. See you kita sampai bertemu di kehidupan penyihir selanjutnya guys ya. Thank you.